Redux, we'll call this one wet. And we want to make sure...
So I was just scrolling YouTube and I found the DnB Academy's video on how to add a dry wet knob to any effect in Ableton. Now I'm not saying they did it wrong, but I'm just going to show you how to do it better, and I'll show you why. Right, so the way that the guy from DnB Academy shows you in the video does work, but it works like a very old school crossfader. See, quiet, 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 really quiet, coming through. If you're serious about taking your music to the next level, I can help. I offer professional mixing and mastering designed to make your tracks hit harder, sound cleaner, and compete with the records you love. So if you're ready to make your music stand out in the jungle, check out the link in the description and let's get your track sounding its best. Your music deserves to be heard. Right, well, I absolutely ripped off your drum clip. It's for educational purposes. I prostrate myself before thee and beg thy forgiveness. So, your drum clip. Nice. I'll chuck the Redux on there and wind that down to, what was it, 1.86 I think it was in the video. There we are. So what these guys have done is they grouped this and they created a chain. This basically just makes a blank version of what you've just grouped. So on your group channel, you've got this. On the chain channel, there's nothing. So this is your dry. So we'll change that to dry anyway, which I don't think they did. So dry. There we are. And then effectively, yeah, this is your wet. So wet. There we go. Okay, so we've got our affected signal, and then we've got our dry. What you want to do is we want to left click on the volume just here of each of the channel and assign those to macro 1 over here. So up, down, they both go in simultaneously. So now what we want to do is go into the mapping section and go from infinity to 0 and then 0 to infinity. Let's just type it in like that. Reason for that is that now, so when we're all the way to the right, we are full wet, and then to the left, full dry. However, when you're right bang in the middle, both signals are approximately around 16, 17. So that's your dip right there. So it's a lower volume, which I'll show you now. See, quiet, 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 really quiet, coming through. And then there's your wet signal. So that's effectively crossfading your two channels on a very slow curve, as opposed to blending in smoothly your wet to your dry. Now, to achieve that effect is very similar to what we've already done. So we're basically back to the beginning, other than having grouped our signal and then created a dry signal. But what we want to do from there is just click on chain and stretch out. There we go. Stretch out both of those. And then just above, you've got this little white bar that you want to click that and just drag that all the way over to, I like to have it at just 1. And what that does is creates this fade on the blue bar. So before it was solid blue, like that one. And now we do the opposite on the other bar. So 27, so back 1 to 26. There we go. And then, so to get the automated movements just from the macro, you left click here, map to macro 1, and then rename that as your wet and dry. Now, listen to this. And now that you've already preset all of this, you can close these down to just being your macro knob. I hope you found this video useful. I know this is definitely a method that I use all the time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I've also in the comments left a link for anyone that wants to get in contact and work with me. Until the next one, take it easy. So I was just scrolling. This is the one. It's for educational